Attention Cloud9 shoppers, this is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast with Matthew Haas and Michael E. Cullen II.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of the Superstory Podcast. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me, as always, is
his metaphorical brother named Matthew Haas.
Just metaphorical.
Well, not physically, but
well,
so, spiritually and metaphorically.
Metaphorical.
Yeah. So, yep.
Okay. I was just making sure you're not metaphorical.
No, I'm not.
I
hope I'm not.
Like you don't exist.
I would hope so.
Oh, okay.
Because if you close your eyes and think me out of existence, then I won't be here. So that would suck.
And I'd just be talking to myself right now.
So, I mean, it happens.
Now I'm scared.
Have
I just been doing this podcast by myself this whole time?
I don't know.
You haven't been here?
Just don't go to sleep. I don't know.
Okay. Why, will Freddy Krueger get me? What's going on?
I mean, if you go to sleep, I might not exist afterwards.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I want to exist.
I want you to as well, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so deepness. Anyways, today on the Superstory Podcast, we're gonna start out here with our little orientation of the episode.
Mm-hmm. Attention Cloud9 Associates, it is now time for orientation.
This episode that we're covering is the episode Demotion, which aired originally on February 15th, 2016, the day after Valentine's Day. Anyways, that year, which is interesting because it's kind of a little love story.
Yeah.
On a one-sided love story.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes. Poor Dina.
I know.
Anyways, this was a episode directed by Linda Mendoza, written by Matt Hubbard and Lon Zimmett. Okay, so just want to give credit where credit is due.
It's good.
Okay, so what happened in this episode here, Matt?
Well, it starts off with Credence is in Paris, France right now, and he's kind of having a really close relationship. Not Crimes of Grindelwald.
No.
Okay.
We're doing Superstore.
Superstory.
Yeah, this is the Superstory Podcast. Okay, not the Harry Potter universe podcast.
Not the Crimes of Glenn or the Crimes of Dina. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah. Well, there are similarities here. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean,
maybe that's another podcast.
Yeah. I view Glenn as kind of a Dumbledore sort of character.
Yeah. And, I think so.
And Jonah is kind of like Harry Potter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And Dina is like Voldemort, I guess.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so in the last episode, Dina confesses her attraction to Jonah, and he politely rejects her. And he tells her, it's because he doesn't want to date a superior or whatever. Dina doesn't take hints very well. She's a very literal person. So her solution to that is, I'll just demote myself, so it's okay to date him now. Not really taking a hint that he doesn't want to date her.
Be with her.
So that's what starts it off, is she basically announces her, she's giving up her position, that she's going to be like a assistant manager instead of, or not even like an associate manager.
She's going to be a regular floor.
Just a regular floor. Yeah. So, that way she can, date, Jonah. And so Jonah, of course, is trying to figure out how to tell her throughout the whole episode that, that he pretty much should have just ripped the Band-Aid off all at once instead of just saying like, it's because of this or that or whatever. And she's playing out, like this whole evening, like risotto, was it risotto or
Yeah, she wanted to have risotto and watch Hoosiers.
Yeah,
on Blu-ray.
That was her big plan for the evening, and bought my favorite scene is bought a box of chocolates because you never know what you're gonna get. Oh, by the way, Jonah was the one that was ringing her up in the cash at the
cash register. Yeah,
and then she got a couple boxes of condoms. She goes multiple sizes because you never know what you're gonna get. My God,
jeez,
Dina. So that's kind of like what a lot of the episode is about, is Jonah trying to tell her that he doesn't really like her. And then I forgot the B plot was like Mateo.
There's like a B and a C plot. The B plot was probably it was Glenn trying to find a new assistant manager.
Oh yeah,
and to replace Dina, and he wanted Amy to do the job, but Amy didn't want it. and they're going through interviewing people, and first he offers it to Myrtle, who didn't hear him, so he didn't. She didn't, end up having it. He was going to give it to her because of the seniority, because she's, been there forever, and I don't know. And then he goes and starts interviewing people, including Tate, the pharmacist, and several other people. And they bring in the first appearance of Marcus in this episode. He thinks he's being brought into the office because he's being accused of stealing something. They bring in creepy Sal, and he's just being creepy. And then stuff like that, and different people interview for the job, and and then at the same time, Mateo wants the job as well, but didn't bother to tell Glenn. And but good old Garrett decides to help him out and convince him that he needs a talent portion and all these different things, and so he's putting together this whole big little Miss America pageant sort of style interview that he wants to presentation for the job. It's a good episode. It's pretty funny, I think, overall. In the end, Amy does take the job because she finds out that there's a discount for students, and so she can get like half off of her tuition for college classes. Yeah. So it was a fun episode. Mateo didn't get the job. Eventually, Jonah pussies out and tells, for lack of a better word, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's kind of insensitive. But he says, he wusses out and tells Dina via voice message on his phone that he doesn't want to date her.
Wow. Yeah,
it was a good episode. Overall, and Dina ends up going out on a date for the pasta and Hoosiers with Marcus of all people. Yeah, because there's a lot of cute to go around.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's a good episode.
It is. I don't know, let's take a break here. I got a little bit of a cough here that I want to get rid of, and then we'll be right back here after this message from one of our products or service sponsors.
Mini sponsors.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast you're listening to right now. With me, as always, is
Matthew Haas.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you about our really cool other podcast called All Too Real 2. And what do we do on that show, Matt?
We watch the greatest direct-to-video sequels of all time, and then we report on them.
And we also talk about other pop culture cool things like video games and conspiracy theories and other awesome things. So if any of that sounds fun to you and you enjoy hearing my voice and Matt's voice,
as you should.
I mean, of course. Tune in anywhere you get podcasts to All Too Real 2. Bye-bye.
All right, people, we're back. I hope you enjoyed those nice little sponsors.
I think so.
Yeah, I liked that one. The one that we just played.
Oh, yeah. The one.
The one. Yes. Anyways,
Attention Cloud9 Associates, our employee of the week is...
Who's your favorite character in this episode and why, Matt?
Dina.
I
think so.
Okay.
She's usually not my favorite character on the show, but I just... She has so many lines. I mean, like the whole chocolate thing, like you never know what you're gonna get. And I just like she's coming on so strong to Jonah throughout the whole, and just the weird stuff she says about how her grandma recently died, but it's probably for the best, and she wouldn't. I don't know how to say this, but wouldn't improve the whole Jewishness of the relationship. It's like, oh god, and
it was pretty funny,
and just her overall pursuance of him.
Her overall demeanor.
Just
instead of demeanor, it's a demeanor.
Demeanor. her whole demeanor.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry, folks. Okay. Yeah. She was pretty funny. I think my choice for this week is going to be Creepy Sal.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know. He's only in a couple scenes, but I'm just going to pick him because this will be one of my few opportunities to pick, Justin Whalen. What's his name? Wow, now I forgot the actor's name.
Sure, you were saying it earlier, too.
Sean Whalen.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean Whalen. Which I should know. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. Hi, Sean, if you happen to be listening to this. Anyways,
and he was in That Thing You Do, which I mentioned.
Yes, and he was the Got Milk guy,
Yeah.
and he was in People Under the Stairs. He was in a lot of things. Anyways, he's an amazing actor, and I totally blanked on his name. So, but no, Sean was great in this episode and his little creepiness. He being interviewed in there, and he's looking at the pictures of Glenn's foster kids, and he says, "This one has dead eyes. Her eyes are alive," and stuff like that. And it's like, what do you call her? And then I just love the shot where then Amy's like, do not tell him her name.
Because Glenn's so naive. He's like, oh, her name is, and then Amy's like, do not tell her. Tell him her name. Yeah.
Yes, and Sal Kazlowskis. Kazlowskis. I don't know how you spell whatever it is. Anyways, that's his name. Good character. Unfortunately, not in many episodes, but he's great.
Yeah, he didn't get enough
time on there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they could have developed that character more. But it's probably only so much you can do with a creepy guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And then Marcus kind of took over some of the creepiness.
See, yeah, because he's
opinion.
kind of like naive, creepy.
Yeah.
Like Marcus is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, that'll be my pick just because I can pick him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't have to be one of the main cast members.
Right, that's true.
Anyways, so we can move on to our next section here.
Okay.
Already.
Already.
Yes.
Yeah, these kind of are not that long. I've
Yeah,
noticed.
it's good though. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't need long
That's
podcasts
true.
for this.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers. Today's special is
What was, in your opinion, Matthew, the best scene in the episode and why?
Oh man, probably. Well, they're different scenes, but they're all connected to the same scenario.
Yeah.
Basically, like what Mateo doing, like the talent stuff, like Garrett basically like coaching him, like do it more street rap, and like him like rapping about don't even know what it was, like just about job stuff, like
Yeah. By knowing all the departments
and then
shit.
like his whole thing about like wanting to touch Lady Liberty, and then he's like, I don't know, falls in the water. It's like, oh, you're right, Mateo. You're always right, Mateo. Like he's sitting there, like complimenting himself in his
As
own
he's
made up,
dying.
his own story. And it's like, what? I'm not sure if that was supposed to be his brother, because I remember him saying that his brother drowned.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
His brother drowned when they were almost to the United States.
So he's sitting there complimenting himself in a story about it. You're always right, Mateo. Well, so then like. And then, like, that will kind of skip around, though. Like, they'll only show, like, 30 seconds
Oh,
of
yeah, but that was funny.
But, like, at the very end, though, like, when he's, like, dressed up like Uncle Sam, he's got this whole thing, and then Glenn's like, oh, I already offered Amy the job. I didn't know that you were interested.
That was
Taylor's
great.
just like, oh, okay.
Congratulations. Yeah. That was funny. I'd say my favorite, I liked that a lot, too, but I think Dina at the cosmetics counter with Cheyenne. Any of those scenes, those were kind of like sprinkled throughout the episode too. So it was kind of funny, like where she's grabbing these customers' faces and putting makeup on them and stuff. It was pretty funny. And then the whole part where they're arguing, like they're saying something, it's like, I can't believe we reuse this stuff, you know, and it's like, you know, there usually, and then Cheyenne's like, there usually isn't so much blood. And then she's like, well, even a little bit of blood. And she's like, there's never any blood. Cheyenne.
I know. Finally gets mad at her. I know, like with her like talking like with like a pencil right to her eye, like stay still, like a statue.
And Cheyenne's like, you know, I don't think she needs anything. She's got very pretty eyes, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, she's like all worried. It was funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know, that was probably my one of my favorites.
Attention Cloud9 associates. It's time to grab your go-backs.
What scenes? What are scenes that could have been redone better in the episode, in your opinion, Matt? Anything?
What is that scene when the bow truckle is in Newt's pocket? Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm
okay,
sorry. I know.
All
Okay, I
right,
know.
folks.
I'm sorry.
Tonight we watched.
Or saw.
We saw Crimes of Grindelwald. Grindelwald.
Either way, it's fine.
yeah, however you want to say it. The new the second Fantastic Beasts movie, depending on when this airs. I don't know how long ago that was that we saw it, but
Right.
anyways, that's I guess obviously fresh on Matthew's mind.
It is. So I'm just constantly.
Just letting you know, there's no magic besides the magic of humor,
Right.
in Superstore.
Right. It's true though. There's no. It's the magic of humor is very.
Well, there
present.
is an episode later on where Jonah does do magic.
Oh really?
Yes.
I don't
Stay
remember that.
tuned, folks.
I remember that episode. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. I believe it's in the second season.
Magic exists
Yeah.
in only the rarest of souls. Okay, sorry.
Like Jonah.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so the go backs.
Yes.
I don't know. Not really. I mean, I guess like that one tiny little scene where Elijah is setting up the the free samples.
Yeah.
There's this guy who just keeps eating it. I mean,
But those are just cutaways.
I'm trying
yeah.
to come up with something because otherwise I wouldn't have
Yeah.
anything to say. So I'm just
I
trying
know.
to come up with something I don't even actually think is bad, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I have any go backs.
Okay.
I do have another standout that just reminded me though of one of those cutaways. I thought it was pretty funny because I like the customer little cutaways and everything. Thought it was funny when the guy walks out with no pants on in the in the dressing room and then realizes he doesn't have his pants on and goes back.
Yeah.
And they have it pixelated out.
Right. By the way, did I say Elijah? I meant Elias.
Elias.
Elias,
Yeah, I think you
sorry.
did say Elijah.
Okay, all
yeah.
right, all right.
I knew who you were talking about, even though I didn't pay attention to what you
Okay,
said.
that's
So
fine.
yeah, it's okay, but it's Elias. Yeah. Anyways, we can close out this episode now. Any final thoughts here that you have about this episode here, Matt?
No, I just liked it a lot. I mean, I thought the idea of Dina demoting herself.
Yeah.
Dina's a very interesting character. She clearly liked Jonah enough to get rid of her own job, which, she's a very authoritarian person. She loves the idea of rules and being in charge.
Yeah.
So the idea that she would give that up to go out with Jonah is interesting and shows how much she really liked him. But then also her ability to bounce right back from being rejected that quickly.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting kind of characteristic of her, I think.
Yeah, I think it's her defense mechanism,
Maybe,
probably,
yeah.
in a way. I mean, I don't know. It's like there's a lot of layers to Dina over the years. Yeah, we find out a lot about her.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, we
it's
do.
just interesting. The thing I like about these characters is they're very layered, and they there's some flaws here and there in the writing, but overall, I think it's pretty consistent.
It's a pretty solid show.
Yeah,
I would think that I would venture that that Superstore is kind of like this era's version of Scrubs, just like a really great show.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, it's different. Obviously,
it's like a Scrubs or Community or something like
Yeah.
that, where I think it's kind of slightly underrated, but a lot of people do like it. I think it's actually more popular than either of those shows was.
Oh, really?
But nowadays you don't have to have as many eyes on a show for it to be getting as big of a share of
Right.
the audience, because not everybody's. You have so many options, with Netflix and Amazon and all that stuff, and it's hard to say what what people are watching.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot less people watching network television than there were,
Right.
10 years ago.
Because you can watch whenever you want to now.
Yeah.
Any time of the day or month
Yeah, you can
or
do
whatever.
that, or any year you want. You can watch
You just
it,
binge
Yeah.
I am with Arrow now.
Yeah,
You showed me the first episode last weekend.
yeah,
I ended up watching 4 or 5 episodes since
Yeah.
that time.
yeah, and
They're
that's
long
how it is.
episodes too.
Yeah. So yeah, you never know. I mean, there's shows I discovered, 20 years later. So yeah. Hey folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So
It was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so We analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Get it?
Real.
Yeah, they're spelled differently,
Yeah.
folks. You can guess which one I said which way.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, so sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and Futile and Stupid Gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all
Too
real. Bye-bye.
Guard, do your duty!
Right, let me just get my sword out.
Meet Got Ironball, bodyguard for hire and ward to Minister Trike.
Smiling faces have a tendency to bleed together with me. I do like the breaking doors down bit, though.
How Trike earned his loyalty, we'll never know.
If this don't work, we can go back to the plan where you cry and I'll get you ice cream.
Very well.
You can hear Got Ironball and his exciting adventures in the upcoming radio comedy, Magus Elgar. Visit MagusElgar.com to download your copy today.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers, the store will be closing soon.
Anyways, so I think that's about all I have to say here. Anything else you want to share about the world or anything like that, Matt? Besides anything with the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, well, I could talk about this movie for a while, actually, but no, I won't talk about it. But Tony Generous got a hold of me again, contacted me.
Oh, really?
He said that he what's the phrase he uttered? Something about a door opening or a gate opening. I don't know. Something about how he's finally able to write and record or play now more so.
Yeah.
He said he was having one of the main reasons why he didn't do the concert is because he had like this like writer or artistic block or whatever. He just couldn't ever play. Didn't sound right to him. So he would he put his guitar down and not really play. So then he sent me a bunch of recordings. And he says they're covers of Tom Petty songs. I don't know. It's I think Tony doesn't fully grasp what a cover is.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Music was still interesting. Not sure Tom Petty fans would recognize it as Tom Petty music since they're supposed to be covers of his songs. But who knows? It might. I mean, they might like it. It might be an interesting.
We can play a clip from it if you'd like.
I think I'll play a clip. He sent me about 3 or 4 tracks, like demo tracks.
Yeah, we could play one of the clips today, and then maybe in a future episode play a couple of the other ones if we can.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope he's doing okay though.
I think
how's his spirits?
He's getting a little bit better. He's not as depressed as he was. He said he's working on his website to make it so it's easier to get access to his music and like his show venues or whatever is going to be playing. So it's not going to just be me talking about it and trying to text people. So, it's going to be a little bit more like standard.
So did he get internet access yet?
It's iffy.
So yeah,
if you can find like an internet
like cafe
or maybe
like a Starbucks or something to
charge his phone. I think his phone might have internet. I'm not sure exactly. It's it's touch and go. I mean, he got a hold of me through the internet.
Oh, okay, good.
So
yeah,
he did at that point.
Maybe he's using magic.
He could be using magic. I don't know. I don't think he would be on Grindelwald's side, to be honest. I don't think Tony.
No.
I mean, his name is Generous.
Yes.
So I don't think anyone named Generous would be on Grindelwald's side. So I don't know.
I don't know. You could let us know, folks.
Okay.
You can feel free to email us and let us know. You can email me directly at mike@cullenpark.com. Anyways, here's a little clip from Tony Generous really quick.
All right.
Breakdown. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Breakdown. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Breakdown. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Breakdown. Don't do me like Tony Generous, yeah.
Well, that was interesting. I mean, I liked it.
It's a little off-putting, but
yeah. I'm not really
different.
sure. I'm not sure what he was going for
I don't
there.
know either.
But,
It was different.
Yeah.
But give him a chance. Maybe he's just getting back into the swing of things or something.
I'll be a
like
little
that.
generous to him.
You'll be a little generous to
Yes.
Tony Generous. So that's good.
But okay, so besides that, if you haven't seen the new Fantastic Beasts movie, do yourself a favor. I mean, it might have been out for a while by the time this airs,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Watch it and then come talk to me about it.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a lot to say about
Yes.
Harry Potter.
What's your personal email address here, Matt? If you want, or
My
do you want to
personal-
share with people?
Well, I don't know if I want my own personal email address. Just
What's your address and your blood type and your social security
how
number?
About you email Mike and then ask for me.
Yes.
And then I'll answer.
Or you can just, you can email us at superstorypodcast@gmail.com. Check us out at cullenpark.com and all the other good stuff. Anyways,
reminds me of Mark Barron.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy. I accidentally gave that guy my real email.
Yeah.
Gonna be hearing a lot more from that than I think I got.
So, and if you email me personally, I'll give you Matt's home address, his blood type, his social security number, and wait, no, I won't.
Bank routing number.
Yes.
You won't find much in there, but
you can, maybe if you want to donate money to him, you can.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like some Nigerian prince or something.
Yes.
Anyways, so I guess that's all we got for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Super Story Podcast, but for right now, the store is closed. Bye-bye. This is the Super Story Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast.
A Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.